Happy Thursday, everyone. Thanks for watching Candy's Crafty Tales. So today, I figured I'd do a craft tube on Legos. So I have a crafting journal for 2025 that I've started. I'm really excited. This is something new, but I wanted to try to track my works in progress and where I am on percentage of stuff. So I came up with this floss tube, and one of the things that I had on my pending projects was some leftover Legos. People might say, Legos are not a craft. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Have you seen the Legos out there? They are so amazing. So I have some brickheads. I happen to like Lord of the Rings, so if you've not seen these are really cute renditions of the characters. So we've got Arwen, and we've got Aragorn, little sword. And what Lord of the Rings collection would be complete without Frodo, complete with a little ring, right? Right? They come in packages where there's usually 2 characters in a box, at least for the Lord of the Rings. The other ones might only have 1 character. The one that I've got in pieces is the balrog, which he is like not really my favorite, but he came with Gandalf, which I really wanted Gandalf. So I put Gandalf together first because I really liked him, and this one's just been sitting in a box. I need to get it done. So you can see this is set 40613. You'll see that Gandalf comes with him. Why do I need to get this done? Because my kids know me really well, and they gave me Legos for Christmas, and so I can't start these Legos until I get this done. But in the future, I will be doing the tiny plants. That one's 752, 8 pieces, and that was from my older son. The Tranquil Garden, doesn't that look pretty? I'm excited about that one. It's even got a little tea house in there. So these, Legos for adults, Lego does a really great job. They've really changed their marketing, and they've been quite successful on it. So let's face it, all crafts are good for the health. They've been really successful in this. So they're really marketing this line for adults. My son, who's on the autism spectrum, loves Legos. We do them a lot. It helps with his hand strength. We got him one for Christmas. It's the Dungeons and Dragons one. Thousands of pieces, but they're really incredible. Like, why couldn't they have these Legos when I was a kid, right? So Legos, definitely a craft. So it's cold out today. I have an extra day off. So I figured I would do this, upload it. If you haven't done Legos as an adult, I highly recommend it. They're a little expensive though. It's funny because when I got these Legos for Christmas, my kids know me well. They got me the botanical. I've gotten the wildflowers. They sit in a desk in a vase. Last year they gave me the little autumn-looking one. There are a couple new ones out. I'm on the Lego Club, so I get to see all the new sets as they come out. Have you seen that Rivendell one? Man, do I want that one. But yeah, you can get these really awesome Lego sets. They they apparently shop for their Lego sets separately and came together and said, oh, okay, great, we didn't get mom the same gift. Luckily there's multiple sets to choose from. So what am I doing? Just sorting my colors out. Sorry if you hear the dogs barking. It's cold. It's not snowing yet, but it's supposed to snow tomorrow. But very cold, so I've got a nice fire going. I'm still trying to figure out the best place to do this. I got this gooseneck iPhone holder, which is working at this location. Not working so much at my kitchen table. It just doesn't stay structurally flat. So I'm hoping to do some cross-stitch floss tubing. So right now my work's in progress. I got 3 projects done in 2024. I've got 2 cross stitches and a diamond painting done, which doesn't seem like very much, I know, when I listen to a lot of people works in projects, but I've been really trying to have one project at a time. So right now I've got 2 cross stitches and, or excuse me, 1 cross stitch, a 1 knit project, and this is pending. I have kind of a smaller pending diamond painting. I had a bunch of projects I planned for 2025. I'm not sure that I'm gonna get them done all in the order that I want. I hope to do some more educational videos, you know, talking about things like yarn quality, fiber quality. I'm do a lot of fiber arts. So if you like fiber or yarn, I'm a master spinner, so I'm hoping to have some educational videos on that. But today we're doing Legos, which thankfully I don't have to make the right product for. So with these brickheads, you'll notice these like really odd colored Legos, like purples and bright pinks and oranges. Those are usually the supports for the center of it. Mr. Balrog has a lot of bright orange in it. So yeah. So I try to separate my colors first, just to make it easier when you're doing the instructions, if you have the space. But you have to be careful with Legos, because especially if you have animals in these little roly-poly pieces. So like these are the eyes. Normally they're black on the characters, but the Balrog's a little different. And they have all kinds of characters. Like they have like Disney characters, and I'm trying to remember if I've seen Star Wars in the brickheads. I don't really collect the brickheads. I just happen to like Lord of the Rings. I kind of call these like Legos Funko Pops. That's what they remind me of. If you collect the Funko Pops, my husband collects them. I have a small collection myself, not massive. But if you've seen the Funko Pops, they're like these funny character renditions of different things, like video games and TV shows and all kinds of stuff. Well, I think this is kind of like Lego's version of that, these brickheads. They're really fun, though. They're cute. And I like Lord of the Rings. They came out with a new movie. I haven't seen it yet, though. Ooh. Sometimes they give you extra pieces. Like, clearly the Balrog doesn't have 3 eyes, but they put an extra eye. They put a couple whips in here. Did it have whips? Oh, yeah, in the movie. You remember, like, Gandalf goes, "Thou shalt not pass." And he stomps his thing, and then I guess it cracks its whip as it's falling and grabs Gandalf over the edge. Right? I think that's how that went. I haven't seen that movie in a while. It's really old now, if you think about it. Really old, because let's see. My older son was a baby when one of the movies came out, because I was holding him in a lap, like feeding him a bottle, and I think there was another kid in the audience, and the kid was just like screaming, and that was during like Return of the King, and it was that emotional scene where Theoden is on the battlefield, and Eowyn is with him talking, and you know, it's really emotional, and this poor child was just screaming through the entire time, and I'm very understanding of kids, because I had to. Yes, I was thinking, you probably should take your kid out of the theater. But Liam was in my lap for one of them. Now he's in college, so those movies have been out for a while. Okay, all sorted. Let's see. That's good. Oh, I already opened the bags. That was just the easy part. Okay. I'm glad I don't ever have to paste these things by myself. I honestly would never have gotten these ones. These kits don't come with a little Lego remover, but if I ever really need one, I've got like 50 floating around my house. Little square piece. Little. Oh, that's not the right piece. This piece looks like it's got little claws on it. Here we go. More like this. Oh, that's too big. No, it says we need a smaller square. There we go. Legos are definitely a practice in following instructions. Right? So Lord of the Ring movies, yeah, I liked all the regular like trilogy. I mean, I think they you know, I was fine with the Lord of the Rings. When it came to The Hobbit, I didn't watch those because at that point I felt like they were just trying to make money. And I mean, I saw the first one in the theater, so I read my son The Hobbit. This is also how I know how old those movies are. So I read my son The Hobbit, which I think you should read. That book was actually written to be read to children. He read it. Tolkien wrote it while he was away at war, and I think he would send bits and chunks of it home. But anyways, so it's meant to be read aloud. So I read The Hobbit to my son, and we go and we watch the first movie, and Liam's like, I'm gonna move this a little bit. Liam's like, Mom, where was the dragon? Because the dragon wasn't like in the first movie at all. And I was like seriously disappointed along with him. We were like, there's no dragon. What happened to the dragon? Yeah, that was kind of disappointing. Ooh, pages stick together. Okay. I'm gonna do this, and I have to put this down here. I'm gonna wear my reading glasses because I'm getting older, guys. I can't hold it up to the light and keep it under the camera. Let's see. Oh yeah, 2x4. That's this one. Where's that go? Oh, in front of this. So like that. Yeah. So we we went to the theater. I watched the first one. I'll be honest with you. I haven't seen the other two. I was so disappointed by the lack of a dragon. Right? Let's see. These two pieces. Okay. And then we've got 1x2 block. I use these pieces, I call them blocks, versus the, like, these pieces that are all flat. I call them flats. And then a 1x1 with a claw. Well, it's not a claw, it's a little grabby thing. Let's see, and it's black. Oh, yeah. Well, that's got claw, but it's flat. Ah, here we go. How many do we need? Oh, we need 2. Oh, luckily the other one I saw, it was right there. Okay, so that says, oh, it's gonna go on top of these 2. Oh, so there's like 2 claws. I wonder how that goes. Okay. And then brown 4x1 flat on there. Sometimes these little models go quick and sometimes they go kind of slow. It just depends. Oh, okay. See where I said these bright colors, we're on step 8 now, are like the center supports? That's exactly what they are. So these 2 go together. So first movie, gosh, I'm trying to think, that was so long ago. You know, I remember first reading The Lord of the Rings in high school, and I'll admit that first part of the movie, the book goes a little bit slower as they're setting it up before they go to Rivendell, but after they leave Rivendell, it goes kind of fast, right? So, yeah, I remember the Mines of Moria. I did like how they did that. I thought that was a really good rendition of that. Okay, got 1 flat and then 1 long. So you have to be careful when you're doing this because you got like flats with little, you can see it in the light, you got flats with little bumps, and then you got flat pieces with no bumps. In this case, you need the bump. So I really liked how they did the Mines of Moria. Piece. It was definitely a little creepier than I thought it would be, but the CGI at the time was pretty phenomenal if you think about it. Like, you know, that we take some computer graphics right now, we take it really for granted, but 20 years ago, I mean, that was like cutting edge stuff. Even more so if you think about like going further back and like Star Wars. Remember when Star Wars really came out? Now I'm really showing my age, right? So, okay. So we're gonna put this on there. Make a little block. But yeah, that balrog breathing fire was pretty cool. Okay, we need another big square piece. Kind of sandwich in it. These little blockheads, they have pretty solid, all of them are characteristically pretty solid blocks. They put these things on the outside because you stick the faces of the character on it, which you're about to see. Okay, so this has 2 things that we do twice. So what do we need here? We need a flat 2x6, and we're going to do this 2 times, and a flat piece without the bumps. So like I said, you got pieces with the bumps, which this one does have the bumps, but we don't need that. We need one without the bumps. Probably should put these all in one spot since I'm looking for them. Oh, that doesn't have bumps, but it's kind of curvy. Ah, here we go. There's one of them. And a little claw, flat claw piece. Oh, wait. Ooh, so yeah, you gotta be careful, because look at this. This has got like 2 little claws. But we need a flat piece with 1 little claw. Okay. There's one. And let's make another one. Well, here's that flat piece I couldn't find before. Now I need a 2x6. I'm sitting here sorting through stuff. You guys can probably already see it on the video. You're like shouting at me through the camera. It's right there. Can't you see it? Yeah. That's how it goes, right? Apparently I can't see it. Oh, right here. See? And another little with 1 claw. 2 claws. Well, I'm finding all the ones with 2 claws. When I have a lot like this with, oh, there it is. With similar colors, I try to sort them if I'm going through them looking for something. Okay, now we can put it, make sure this is turned the right way. Okay, so it wants the little claws in the back, this part up front, so this part is away from you. And this is solidly right here. This is different. This is an unusually shaped one because it's such a different character. I think this one's going to be a little bigger than the other ones too, which makes sense in proportion of size. Okay. $12, $13. Okay, so it's starting like a new section piece here. So we need a little square, and we need 2 little, they're not really bar pieces. And then a yellow piece. There we go. Set that down. Another black piece. Oh, this is where we need the 2 little grabby pieces, the 2 claws. And Another piece with 2 claws. And another little yellow piece. And they hook together. And kind of wiggle. Okay. And, oh, this is his tail. A little piece like this. Oh, these little flat, like, these pieces are challenging because you have to make sure, like, you've got the point on the right side. So there's 2 pieces and they are different pieces with the points in different directions. So let me see if I can find the other one. Here it is. So you can see they come together and make a point. And then supposed to put it on here. Oh, and then it's got these little clear, I wonder what these were for. They're like little, I guess they're supposed to be like little spikes. Is that what you call them? Spikes? Spines? So even in the book, I felt like the battle with the balrog was probably a kind of like the climatic scene. Like everything after that was kind of like, I wouldn't say it's a letdown, but you know, they go to the forest and then they have the battle of the big chair, and you know, Burma has that huge scene with Aragorn. I'm trying not to be hugely spoiler, guys. If there happens to be somebody who's actually watched the movie, maybe you shouldn't be watching this first too, because I'm talking about the movie. So just spoiler warning, a little belated. So anyways, yes, that was kind of a climax, but it wasn't like the climax in the book either. You know, I think the battle of Gandalf with the Balrog really was kind of the climax in the book, and they actually really stayed pretty true to the book in that story. What I never quite figured out, and I didn't think they really did a great job explaining it, was how did he come back? Sorry, getting some coffee. Oh, I gotta heat that up. Okay. So you put one level in, and then you do another level. These pieces are pretty. Remember I said you kind of stick stuff on here? Yeah, these pieces are characteristic of this type of Lego build where they have these outward facing pieces, and that's to stick the face on. Oh yeah, my inner solid part. I kind of grouped all of these together because I've done enough of these now with all the other series that I actually have a couple I didn't show you. I've got Gimli, I've got Legolas. I have Gimli and Legolas came together. Aragorn and Arwen come together. Frodo comes with a little version of Gollum. He's kind of like with a fish. I was like, really, a fish? Gimli was pretty cool though, because he has his little axe, but not very sort of size proportionate for a dwarf. That was the only critique I had on that one, was like, theoretically he should have been shorter than the other ones, and he wasn't shorter. Okay, so how are they sealing? Oh, so this one's interesting because you can kind of tell the color. Actually, you can tell the color differentiation better on the camera than you can looking right at it. I should look at it through the color. You got that, and then you got 2 clearly bright orange pieces. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, so we have to, kind of the sides of the head, I guess? Okay, so it needs this piece and this piece. And one of these. And this piece. When they're brightly colored and there's only a few of the colors, they're pretty easy to see. They need 2 of these, so those parts go pretty quick. Of course, I'm doing black on this dark wood too, and it's kind of dark in here, so that's probably not making it easier to see. But these little Lego ones are always pretty quick builds. Okay, one on each side. Okay, a big orange piece on top. Like that. Oh, now we got a bunch of flat pieces on the top here. So we got a little orange piece right here, and a square red piece, and 2 smaller red pieces on the side. And right there. Okay. What is that? I'm looking at this going, how is that even going? Okay. So we got this piece. And we're going to put a flat yellow piece on it. Oh, this doesn't even want to. It's definitely the right piece. This doesn't really want to snap. Here we go. I've got these 2 little triangle pieces again. Except last time they were together to a point, and this time they're kind of together to, I don't even know what you call that. Oh, it'd help if I put it on the right side. Oh, see, these are 2 the same. Not the same right one. That's the same too. Wow, I'm striking 0 here. Ah, here we go. There we go. Okay. This instruction's a little, sometimes you kind of gotta look at this and go, okay. So it goes like that, and it sticks out. What's that supposed to be, its jaw? Oh, weird. Okay. Now this looks like its eyes and its face. So we got one of these, one of these. I always thought that the balrog looked like he was kind of made of molten lava. Okay, that's... Oh, I'm like looking at this going, I knew I had to have missed a page. Okay, 2 little bent square ones, like this. And... I always call these like wing pieces. So it's really interesting with Lego because they take different pieces and they will use them to incorporate different elements in their Lego designs. So when I was making one of the flower sets, I think it might have been the rose set the kids gave me one year, they used pterodactyl wings, and my son, who loves dinosaurs and has made the dinosaur set, says, "Oh Mom, look, it's the pterodactyl wings." And sure enough, it was. I was like, okay. And they'll tell you, like, they lose, if you read the instructions, like one of them, they said they use these little elements of a crown to make the flower blossoms, which was pretty cool. So those little triangular pieces always remind me of the like the airplane models. Oh, ooh, it came undone. Hold on, let's re-snap that in. That's what happens when you press too hard. Okay. Oh, now that looks a little better. I was a little confused there for a second. Okay. I was like, whoa, suddenly a whole bunch of pieces came into play. Okay, so these are like kind of flat and straight. Okay. Oh, now you got your two little eyes. But they gave you an extra eye, so just in case you lose an eye. Maybe in the battle with Gandalf and the balrog. The balrog loses an eye, right? You shall not pass. Poof. Yeah, guys, I don't really grow up. What can I say? I got this thing at the store from my son that says, don't grow up, it's a trap. Is that the truth? Okay. So up here again. Like up to a point again. So I'm gonna make sure I got the right piece again. Okay. Okay, so I guess that is his face. Looks kind of... And so if you look here, it shows you in this instruction now that you've got to stick it on the front. So I guess that really was his like bottom part of his face before. Look, he's got little teeth. Now that's kind of cool because the effect of the orange behind it makes the teeth show more. Ooh, it's a little, you can see that gap at the top, so I'm just squeeze it. Okay. Oh, yep. And he's got a tail. Okay, flip it over. Boop. And put a 2x4. Oh, that's not a 2x4. That's a flat piece. 2x4 across the bottom. I guess this next piece might still be on his head, so we're gonna leave him sitting right there because he said flip it over. Okay, let's see. You need this piece. And this piece. And this piece. I can't even collectively figure out what that is. Maybe that might be like his arm. Nope, that's his leg, apparently. Okay. I had to look and say, is that like a square piece that's under there? But no, it's just this piece and two of these pieces. And this piece, I've not seen that piece before in a Lego set. I don't think. And more of these little red, clearish type deals. This picture doesn't really do this. Oops, I have to put it on right. This is how you end up with broken nails. This picture doesn't really do it justice, but it's trying to show the transparency, but obviously you can tell, like, it's not, it is transparent, but it's not that transparent. But it is kind of cool. I guess it's supposed to be for like the glowy effect. Okay. So that does look like 6, right? Okay, now we gotta figure out how do we... Oh, okay, so that kind of goes on the outside, and this goes right here. Okay. He's still upside down, guys. Okay, so now we're gonna make the other side, I guess. So that piece and that piece. Kind of redoing this thing all over again. It's a little easier when you have 2 parts. If you've done 1 part before, the second part usually goes a lot faster. Even if it's flipped. I found that in other sets too, where I've done like arms. So some of these sets I know because, not because I built the set, but because something fell and broke, and then usually if I'm cleaning and I pick up a Lego set and it's my son's and I break it, then I have to put it back together. Oopsie. I put this on in the wrong order. So I was creating the other piece again, but this is the opposite side, so the pieces are on the opposite side. If you can't get stuff like this off with your fingernails because you don't have any fingernails, which I almost don't have any fingernails, most of the sets come with a little Lego grabber that will help you get pieces off, but these brickheads don't. They don't have a Lego grabber. I can go get one. I've got like 10 in various colors because they come with these different sets. But I've got it. There we go. Okay, let's try this again. This is what happens when you're talking and you're not reading the instructions. Here we go. Okay. I know what the problem is. This is turned a little bit. There we go. That's really why they want you to put it in separate, so you can fix that instead of trying to do it together. There you go. Okay. More clear little spiky things. It's okay, Cookie. It's just a delivery. My son's telling me my dog is telling me there's a truck outside. He's like my son. He's my 4-legged son. Right? You can't approach my house unawares, which is good. Okay, so now it says to turn it upside down. That is really big in comparison to the other ones. It's a little bigger. Okay. Now we've got to... Oh, I almost skipped a step. It wants us to put some clear things on this top up here. I guess we're not gonna have to set it upside down again. I bet you that's why they didn't have it do this before, because it wanted us to turn it upside down. Yes, there's a delivery. I think there's a delivery at my door. I'm gonna pause this so I can see what they got. Okay. Dealt with delivery. Actually, it's kind of funny. I know what that package is. It's after Christmas package. My husband ordered, so he, who loves Christmas sales, right? We all love Christmas sales. So he orders this package of underwear from Duluth Trading Company, I think. But he got the wrong size. This fell apart while I was trying to put those spiky things on. Just snap that together. And so he has to order some more. So he tells me, he says, I got some more, and it's coming in the mail. And he says, and I got it like 60% off because it had Christmas trees on it. Underwear with Christmas trees. I don't care if they got underwear. I'm like, whatever. I don't care if they have underwear with Christmas trees either. Who cares? You show your underwear out to people. Yes, get it for 60% off. So you don't have to just wear it in the month of December. I do the same thing. Okay. I guess he gets more specks on his head. We're getting down. We still have a whole lot of black pieces though. I'm like, where's all this going? Because it looks like usually their arms are pretty nominal. So, but he must have massive arms. Because usually, like, in a regular one of these, like, you would be done. These little square pieces are always so hard to accomplish. Running out of little spikies here, so if they gave me any extra, and sometimes they do, I won't have many more of these to do. I think these really are supposed to be representative of the flames. Okay, and then it's supposed to go on top of his head. He did kind of have shooting flames in the movie, didn't he? And his leg keeps falling off. This does not want to stay. Okay. Okay. Make sure I've got the 43. Okay, yep. Wants us to turn them around. Oof. Oh, like not all the way around, like right over here. And put a flat black piece. Okay. That's gotta be like his head. I'm gonna squeeze that down a little bit because you can see a little gap there. Okay. We've got, I guess we do have some more flame thingies. Now I'm wondering, do they give me enough flame thingies? I don't know if they gave me enough pieces. I only have 2 more. Oh, you know what? Oh, these are supposed to be yellow on the bottom. I'll take these legs off and fix that for a second. I didn't see that color difference. Oh, gosh. Taking these off are gonna be pain. There we go. That was the easier way to do it. There we go. Okay. That kind of makes sense. I was like, I don't have enough pieces for this. Okay. It's the same on this side. I didn't really need to take off the red piece, but it was easier to take it off that way. Not that that will make this leg stand any better, because I don't know how much of a difference that made, but okay. Another one of these. Is that orange? I think it is. Okay, this is gonna be his back. That makes sense now. You can see his tail right there. Okay, another one of these. And this piece right here. So he's got flames going on his back. And all four of these. I'm glad I figured out what that thing was doing, because I was like, what? He did have like flames on his back, didn't he? I think this brickhead was a little more expensive too, and it makes sense with all these little itty bitty pieces. And I feel like Gandalf had extra pieces as well. Okay. Now we're looking at the other side of the head. Whew. And this flat piece right here. Okay. Okay, I guess we're building the sides of the head now. Like, didn't he have horns or something? I guess that's probably what this is. Maybe that's why we have so much black over here. Okay. I should angle this so it looks like the photograph for you guys. I'm kind of constantly turning it as I work it. I will tell you, making a mistake in Lego is a lot easier to fix than like making a mistake in sewing, where you have to pick the stitch out or undo the row. And then you're like redoing it and you're like, oh my gosh. I know a lot of people where that is what makes them set a project down, and then they might not pick it again. Because it can be very frustrating. So let's double check. Yep, 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 yep. Oh, we gotta put another square piece on here. Okay, there we go. Oy. Okay. Okay. This is another new type of piece I haven't seen before. Put that, oh, down the right way. And then like these little Sharpie points, which I have seen these pieces before. Usually used on like buildings, though I think my son's T-Rex had something like this. Okay, let me make sure I put this at the right angle. With the brown piece on the bottom, that's how you know. And then, like that. Oh yeah, because he had big curved horns. I remember that. Oh, you've got to do this twice. Okay, let's rewind. I don't remember saying it. Oh no, it does say you have to do it twice. Okay. These things get a little easier as defined as you get toward the end, but we still have a lot of Legos left, so I'm kind of surprised. So I've seen this piece before. But that other piece I haven't really seen before. Oh, you know what? I was supposed to put 2 of these squares on here. I just realized that. Fix that other piece too. Two of these. There we go. Squish that down a little bit. Okay, so yeah, this piece right here, I haven't seen this piece before. That's a new piece. Okay. Okay, so I built the second one of these. Okay, and now let me make sure they look the same. They do. Well, I mean, we'd quickly figure it out. We'd be like putting it together and we'd be like, what? Okay, so it actually has you doing this looking at the back. Not that I'm sure that it really matters. But that's the angle it is in the instruction. Okay, so there's some supports on the back of this. Okay, we got one of these on each side of the head. Here we go. And do one on the other side. And not sure what the little sticks are for. I'm guessing I see 3 little sticks. I'm almost betting that one of them is like an extra, like the eye is, and that's because these things roll. But it says that they've got them in where this little grab thing is, so not sure the point of those things. Guess we'll find out. Not sure what this piece is, but we're getting down here. Grab that. Oh, yeah, this is one of those, you gotta make sure you got the right angle again. In this one, here we go. There's the other one. It says you want to have this go here and then this go here. Huh. Oh, and then another little one of these. I have no idea what this is. I'm not even sure what it's supposed to represent. I'm clueless, guys. Okay. Then this goes right here. And this goes right here. Oh, not that one. That one doesn't have any bumps. Oh. This one. And then it's got more little specky things. Is this all just to make it look dangerous? Maybe? There we go. Okay, so this is supposed to be attached. Is there supposed to be another piece under here? It looks like it from the back. It looks like there's supposed to be a piece like this that I couldn't see, but you can definitely see it in the back. Okay, well, let's look. He's facing away from us, so this is supposed to I'm trying to see where the claw marks go, guys. It looks like this is supposed to attach above this. Oh, he had wings? I don't, did he have, why didn't he just fly away if he had wings? He did have wings in there. Yeah, he fell and he didn't fly away. Anybody know why he didn't fly away in there? I just realized that he has wings. That's what it is, like a giant bat. Oh. I totally didn't realize the dude had wings. Okay, well, this is starting to make sense why we had all these pieces still. Much more sense. Okay, now we got to do the opposite side. There, it was under the book. We're almost done, guys. Oops. Put that on there. It didn't put that piece on there first. There we go. Now that'll line up right. Okay. Wing number 2. I mean, I didn't even remember he had wings in the show. Really, honestly, had wings. Who knew? Okay. You could probably put them under, but whatever you do, make sure that you do it the same on both sides. He has wings. I totally didn't know that. Well, that makes him a little top heavy. Like, yeah. Maybe the tail will help him stand up. Okay, so just to let you know, guys, he's a little top heavy, so you'll have to have the tail for balance. That's why I need the tail. Okay, so each one of these comes with this stand. This part I know. So they're pretty much all made the same. They have the part here, and then it sits on it, and actually it sits on the front of it. So okay, so all done. He is, gotta add the little whip to his hand, I guess. There you go. Now he's got his little weapon. Okay, so definitely not my favorite. Oh yeah, here's some of the other ones that you can get. So I showed you those two. Here's the little golem with the fish. I think Legolas and Gimli were the latest ones to come out. I think this came out before. Okay, size proportion. He's definitely a little bigger than the rest of them. But that's because he's got these wings and this tail thing. I mean, he looks cool. I just like Gandalf better. But he's done. So I can mark this off my crafty list. Yes, Legos are crafts. Ooh, you shall not pass. Ah. Okay, so add this to my Lego collection with my Lord of the Rings books. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Short build. Only took about an hour, guys. And that's because I had to stop and talk and was going a little slower. So, yeah, these don't take long. Good afternoon craft with your kids. Legos are always just really the best thing. Really good hand-mind coordination. So, hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to upload it. Happy crafting.